Welcome back to our tutorial video. Our topic for today is about function. So function, a user-defined function. So last time we discussed built-in function, which is we are using the pre-programmed function. So now we have to create our own function. So first, what is function? So function, actually it is a group of statements that together perform a task. Okay, so this is usually used in a complex program, which is it repeats a group of statements during the execution time. So for example, in a program that performs arithmetic calculations, one function obtains user input, another function performs the calculation, and a third function performs output of the results. So if you have a small program or a simple lines of programs, so function is not really that significant. Okay, but in a complex program, so it is advantage to divide your code into separate functions, in addition to making your code easier to understand. Okay, for example, again, a specific task such as sending an output to a printer, which performs several times. So all you need to do is to write once in a function, or write once in a function the code necessary to send output to the printer. So and then call the function each time you need to perform that task. So otherwise, if you want to repeat, so you have to retype all the code. So how to create a user function? So first, you have to declare a function. Okay, so we have here so void meaning we do not have a return value. Sample print message, then we have a void. Okay, then next we have here cout. Hello world. Okay, so that's it. That is our this is our user defined function. Then next, all we have to do is to call the function. Okay, so let's try. See, then we have here a function user defined. compile and run. So we have here hello world. Okay, so it is easy to create a user-defined function. Okay, so take note that in a user-defined function, so we have here the return type void because there is no return type. So we have here the function name, then we have here the parameter list. We don't have a list first, but it is void. Okay, then next we have here the body, then a statement, or if you have more statement, then this could be the group of statements. Okay, then next we have here the main, then we have here the function code. Okay, so how to execute this program? So we have here our include iostream using namespace std, then we have here a function. Okay, then we have here the main function or the main program. So the first one to execute is the main program. So the first line to execute is, we have here print message. Print message is a function because it encloses with parentheses. So if there is a call function named print message, so the next step to execute is to locate the function. So going up, then it will execute, or it will find the print message name function, then it will execute its body, then after which we have the end of body, we have here the close curly bracket, then go back to the color of the function. So the next statement is return 0, meaning it is the end of the program. Is it possible to relocate our function at the bottom of the main page? So we have to move. Okay, so save. Let's try to execute. Okay, so it says here an error. It was not declared in this scope. So it is not declared. So during compilation, no declaration of function. Okay. So how to solve this problem? So we have what we call prototyping. Okay, so the prototype is above all function definitions. So we have to define our function before the main function. Okay, this ensures that the compiler compiling the code from the top to bottom will encounter the prototype before the function. So how can we declare our function? So we have to void. Okay, then we have here the print message void. So this will be now our prototype. Okay, then next, execute, run and compile, then it works. Okay,